My heart's been ripped wide open. So many mixed emotions. It's like I finally noticed I've been set free. I've been set free. I spent a lifetime running, fearing what I'd become if I stop playing goalie on all of my thoughts, yeah. Speaking out straight from my heart, but now I see. Oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing. With every single beat, it pulls me closer, closer to you.
Never thought you'd see me in leggings before, right? It's going to be a bit of a chilly day, so I decided to throw on the warm layer underneath my jeans for this hike. I kind of was joking the other day, oh, I could never wear leggings, but I guess in a weird way I have worn leggings, even though you don't just wear these, you clearly wear pants over these. So it's the Pope. It's our boy. Grew up in a Roman Catholic household in St. Louis, Missouri. Gotta have the Pope on the fridge. I was trying to make my way outside. I ended up spilling my coffee all over my sister's dead dog. I'm sorry, Cujo. Well, it's dawning on me after the first couple video releases I've had that many of you were not prepared for the level of no fucks that I currently give in life. Literally the worst thing that could possibly happen to me. My 11-year relationship and engagement coming to an end. It's kind of liberating because I don't really have any concerns about anything else. There's literally really nothing that could ultimately happen that kind of discourages me from pursuing exactly what I want to be pursuing in life and saying the things I want to say. I guess a few of you would potentially think that, oh, maybe he's a little mentally unstable right now. Well, newsflash, I've been mentally unstable for a very long time. We're actually going to be headed out of Missouri. We're going to creep into Illinois today and visit one of my favorite places to do some nature gawking. We're headed up to Alton, Illinois, near the Great River Convergence, which is where the Missouri River meets the Mississippi River. And there's just a lot of gorgeous things to look at. This is like a new series. It's just called Hiking with My Sister.
Hiking with Katie.
Yeah. Well, it's another grand adventure. I'm really glad you guys decided to join again.
The streets feel alive. We're mixed with life. Goes down, blown down, and life shines back. Going fast, such a blast on a train. We're born on a plane, so good to feel the rush again. And it's never coming down. We're invincible.
Well, welcome to Pere Marquette State Park. It is located just outside of Grafton, Illinois, which really the main point coming into Illinois is Alton, which is a historic little town. It's super quaint, lots of brick buildings, right on the Mississippi. I've come up here several times in the past. This is actually a great opportunity to roll some of the wonderful footage that I've taken over the last several years around here. I've made it through some very bitter, cold winter days getting eagle footage. This is just a wonderful area to see wintering migratory birds, just tons of different nature, trails. Definitely worth checking out if you guys are somewhere in the ballpark. We're going to attempt to do a stretch of the trails here that's 3.9 miles. We'll see if we're successful in that or not. In any case, I think this is called the North and South Hickory Trail, at least on alltrails.com. And we currently don't have cellular signal, so we can't check out maps completely until we get to the top of this fantastic uphill to start out. We've literally only done the most tiniest of uphill stretch so far, and we're already rising very quickly above the river below. Just good training, trying to get out there, get a lot of hikes in, get my leg strength going, get ready hopefully to do some through hiking ahead. I'm still working on getting together my overnight pack for the trail. This is pretty cool.
It's like a little overnight shelter just here, pretty much overlooking the river below. This is like the worst trail starting out because it's just straight uphill, but it gives you just a beautiful view that you're gonna love here shortly. Hey, just when you thought the uphill was done, Caitlin, this is actually the beginning of the uphill.
How long is it?
I don't know, we're gonna get there. View's gonna be gorgeous. How you feeling, soldier?
This is ridiculous.
This is a ridiculous uphill. I can't actually think of another uphill that's more intensive in Missouri from hiking. Does it make you feel better?
No.
How many feet do you think we're away from each other right now?
I don't know.
Like 35?
Maybe.
I'm like at least a full head above Caitlin from like 35 feet away. Like, it's super steep. Oh, it's already starting to feel great that we're up here now. King of the castle. Holy views. Just see the miles. Wow. So this is the Missouri River, but it's also the area of the Great Convergence, where the Mississippi meets the Missouri River. So this is a huge shipping route, lots of barges, but tons of wildlife. Just go ahead and say it, Katie.
It was worth it.
Yeah, that's what it comes down
It was
to.
worth it.
It
It always is.
Always is, guys.
It always is.
It's always, no matter how miserable it gets, it's always worth it. I'm telling you. Oh, get excited, Katie. We're still going up. How did the view make you feel?
It was beautiful.
Makes you just feel like a small grain of sand in this vast universe,
I feel refreshed.
overlooking a single valley. Wow, they did some clearing. They were like, we're gonna give people another view. Cleared out this whole hill. Lighting is so difficult right now. This is just wild. This tree is just like glowing with yellow. Some sort of lichen, moss, fungi. It's really cute what they did with the trail markers. They made them all hearts. Aw, how romantic, Katie.
I got the feels.
I'm not gonna lie, I really was under the impression that we were at the top of the hill at that lookout, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Very cold on the backside of this hill.
Because you took clothes off.
That's true, I did take my jacket off, so it's also increasingly cold because of that too. Shout out to Carol, my mother, for getting me this fancy new vest. I'm really digging it. I actually had to return it because the XL, it was too big on me. I'm officially a large. Officially just large, not extra large now. How wonderful. An important note is during winter hiking, it's not just about rainfall, which makes trails muddy, but just the day in, day out thawing and freezing of the ground ends up creating mud. So that's why we've been running into a lot of it, because we've had cold weather for the last, oh my God, month. It's a fun little section. Just snakes around, dog legs, goes back. So the last video I put out was my first episode of Lunch with Friends. Got that delicious Taiwanese food. And one of the big talking points, or I guess pain points for people, was when I brought up my joke of hating white conservatives, and then I made the joke of calling them racist, which is just kind of
True.
accurate. If you're not following me on Instagram, I released like a 3-minute video follow-up to that after I got some grief, which I don't really give a shit, I'm trying to grow this channel exactly how I want to, and as a progressive individual, I think grassroots is the best route. So you guys that are watching and enjoying the channel, I appreciate you checking out my Patreon page and helping me, get this to a sustainable point in the future. But one thing I bring up in that little video that I did for Instagram is that I used to be a white conservative. In my teen years / later teen years, I voted for the Republican Party. I had completely different ideologies and viewpoints. I hadn't experienced like a lot of different things in my life. I grew up fairly sheltered in West County in St. Louis, Missouri, which is a predominantly white area that has a lot of subconscious racial prejudice, whether you'd like to really, acknowledge it or not. Even someone like me, it's like we still all have subconscious racial prejudice. But when your ideologies and viewpoints and belief systems make it so others have lesser rights as yourself or not the same opportunities, that does make you kind of racist. So, I just kind of wanted to double down and say, like, it is what it is, guys. And, maybe start to think about, like, what your true belief systems are and, if they're actually logical or not. Or I'll triple down and even make a crazier assessment just because I love people getting really pissed off for no particular reason. But I hate peanut butter. I fucking hate peanut butter. I'm not a fan of peanut butter. I know a lot of people like peanut butter, so you guys may hate me now because I don't like peanut butter, and I'm okay with that. So it is what it is. This trail definitely goes to the moderate / difficult category for me, at least in the state of Missouri. Just a lot of grinding uphills at times.
Woo!
This is wicked. I don't remember this at all. This is new news to me. Kay's again like 35 feet. Maybe a little further than that, but I mean, she's well above my head. It's just grinding uphill through this stretch. There ends up being a road crossing on this trail, but this is part of a whole big old scenic drive. It's a big like 10+ mile loop. Really beautiful stop-offs and sightseeing area. Katie was saying earlier that I'm getting too political.
Just an opinion.
Why do you say that?
You were just, I just don't want to take away from the hike.
I mean, the fact is, it's nice to escape reality and get out in nature, but these are all very real topics we're dealing with in America here in 2020 currently, or 2021. Jesus Christ. I like to think everyone's getting the full package, You're getting out in nature with me. You get to hear my rambling and thoughts. It's a whole thing,
Everyone, they're all so lucky.
I mean, they are. I'm really happy. The 200+ of you that are currently on this channel, I can't wait till this explodes one day and we can all laugh in their faces. It's gonna be great. Yeah, look at this monster. Wow. Used to be king of the forest. All right, this is your talking point.
All right, so I'd like to take a moment to talk about boomers who are in better shape than we are. I can't tell you how many times we're on the trail just doing the best we can, dragging our feet behind us.
Yeah.
And here comes a 65-year-old man running the trail.
Who's in better shape than I've ever been in my entire life. Congratulations to you.
I applaud them.
Here's an historical marker for you. Monica and I had lunch here last time we did this trail. A woman passed by and thought we looked adorable and she took our picture.
Memories.
It's a nice little spot. These are the largest mushrooms I've seen on any tree before. These are wild. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna put my hand up to it. You know what I just realized? I didn't drink water at any point in time. Did you?
Yes.
Not one sip of water on a 4-mile hike. I mean, I'm feeling pretty great though. Besides that, I'm about to faint. Oh wow, Katie, look, maps. That would have been helpful. They're here if you need them. For our last adventure, we're gonna go to Post Commons, which is the old U.S. Post Office in Alton, Illinois, which has now been turned into a coffee shop. Woo! I'm like dragging, man. I need some coffee big time right now. I really love places like this, taking like old buildings and making them into different things. It's just so cool. Obviously, life is a big bummer right now with the pandemic, you know, people dying and being quarantined and all of that jazz. But I'm really looking forward to getting back out on the road ahead, and I am very hopeful that we'll get back to a sense of normalcy within the next year or so. One of the things I really enjoyed during bus life was exploring like the small town restaurants, bars, and watering holes. So I'm hoping to make that kind of a staple series ahead where I kind of get out and explore even fun places like this, like the Post. It's interesting that it's in an old post office. The space is so cool inside, and they've got good coffee. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this hike. I really appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting, hating me, whatever. We'll do it again next time. Peace.